Oxfordshire again, and today, guys, I'm here to do another anime review, and the review is to Blue Exorcist Season 2, Episode 2, guys. So let's get into it. So, guys, in this episode of Blue Exorcist Season 2. Now, it really focuses on Bon in this episode. It mostly focuses on Bon. As you guys know, Bon, Kumuguru, and I think his name is Suji, don't think care, dude, you know, the silly dude, the stupid dude, pretty much, if you guys remember from Season 1, their family when they're praying in a temple, the Blue Night occurred and wiped out a lot, and caused very big disasters to happen, and because of that, they got affected by what was going on that time, and they want to get revenge on Satan for causing the Blue Night, and of course they went to True Cross Academy to become exorcists. Now, we started a lot more backstory with Bon in this episode, because we all know that Bon, we found out that Bon, the reason why we found out his father, we get a chance to see his father in this episode, we found out his father, is quite laid back. He's quite laid back, and he feels like he's been said he's not going to take responsibility of leading their group, his temple, to, well, be exorcist, because it looks like before they joined the True Cross, he let his subordinates try to take over the exorcism and try to make them, join the True Cross, and he's not going to do anything to do it. And Ruji, that's Bon's real name, but Bon, he would try to make it, trying to understand why his father is not helping out, why he feels like he should not take responsibility of leading his group, and so that was, and he's a bit pissed about that, and for us to go through is because he wants to, because he's been hearing rumors about, he doesn't want to hit, because part of it, because he's been hearing rumors that his father is a coward. He didn't like that. He doesn't want people to think his father's a coward, and he doesn't want to be called a coward son, of course, and la-da-da. Because of that, he is a bit pissed out why his father's not doing anything, and he's going through his rebellious phase, so he decided to join the True Cross to become an exorcist. So we started learning more about his backstory. We also get a chance to see some interaction between Rin and the rest of the class as well. Because you guys should know by now, and I remember the episode, I researched which episode it was, but yeah, episode 17. Episode 17 is when Season 2 left from, because like everybody, still people don't know, Season 2 is not following from episode 25, it's following from episode 17, where Rin loses control of his blue flames in the forest. So that is when the season, again, for people who don't know, Season 2 is following from, because for anybody who still doesn't know, Blue Exorcist Season 1, episode 18 and over, and past that, or some of episode 17 and episode 18 and onwards, that was anime original, it was not from the manga, and as from people and manga fans were a bit pissed with that, because of that, the anime, when it came back this year, it decides to readapt from that point of the anime so it can follow the manga correctly. Part of the reason why also some people might think, so for this season, it's going quite slow. It's not going that fast paced as it usually did in the previous season. And why? Because, like I said, they're trying to actually adapt the manga. They're actually trying to adapt the manga into anime form. And unfortunately, for people who still don't know, manga is very hairy dialogue. Now, it might not look, it looks like an ordinary comic, but any comic fans, or even any manga fans, of course, should know they bullshit, because manga and comics, they actually have a lot of dialogue, literally a lot of dialogue. And that's what gets us pissed about when we see adaptations. What we want is what we saw in the original, and maybe some changes there and there, but the ones that do it too much changes, that's what pisses us off. And mainly because they don't actually focus on the main dialogue, which I'm glad Season 2 Blue Exorcist is doing. Now, even though I have not caught up with the manga at that point, I only read half of Volume 3 of the manga, so yeah, I'm definitely behind in Blue Exorcist manga, but I'm reading about the manga of Blue Exorcist, and I know how I already know some of the difference between the anime and the manga, but they're not too big a difference in the first half of season 1, and I could see why it was not that much difference. But I already knew about the second half of Blue Exorcist was changed and made the anime original, which I already know about that, because without me knowing, I would have not noticed the changes with season 2. Now let's go back to Rin's interaction with Evan. Now everybody should know they're all tense. They're not really trusting Rin. Now we found, of course, from the first episode that there are other exorcists out there with demon blood, and actually are half demon or quarter demon. Actually are part demons, or actually are demons in general, but became exorcists. Now we already know that because of that, people some people might feel like, so why they're not trusting Ren, even though there are other exorcists out there that have demon blood, mainly because of him being actually the son of Satan. They actually don't care much if demons themselves, except if they're either Satan or related to Satan. If they're actually related to Satan, for Mephisto, for reason, because people still don't trust Mephisto, and mainly because he is related to somehow to Satan. We already know he's one of the kings. Don't forget, he's actually one of the big powerful demons, and being one of the sons to take it to Satan. Because of that, I understand why Mephisto is not like and mistrusted, and plus also he's also a full demon. As another reason why he's also less trustworthy. But with Rin, who's part human and unfortunately the son of Satan, like I said, there have been other demons, half demons that became exorcists, so we already know that you might feel like he should be at least somewhat more trusted than he is treated, but of course, precisely because he was the son of Satan, everybody else would have been a nervous reaction. Except, like I said, Sorichi, like I said, the pink-headed dude, the comedic dude. Now, we already know he's quite ditzy, he's quite dumb, he's quite clumsy, he's a doofus. He's just pretty much just too laid back. I'm just saying, he doesn't understand how it's going on. At least his stupid side does come in handy, because there was a point where they, after finish up the chores, because we found out that the inn they're gonna stay out in Kyoto ends up being Richi's mother's inn. Like, we found out after losing so much money at the temple, his mother ends up running the inn that her family owns. So yeah, so they end up moving into the inn and start getting money from that, and the true cops end up getting contact with her, and of course they end up staying in the inn where Ruchi and the rest of the Ruchi clan technically staying right now. So yeah, so they end up staying at their home, which is something good to know. We meet some characters of other characters' family, which is cool. And we're also getting information about there's a possibility that there's a traitor among them. There's on underground because where the location where the right eye of the Lord, right eye or the Demon Lord, I think that's the full name of it. I might be wrong, but where the right eye pretty much looks like there's someone in the clan or right working the Exorcist trying to also get the right eye, who's working with the other guy who's got the left eye, which. That means it's a traitor among them, and they all recognize it. Now, it comes to another. I get back to Rin interaction now. We already know that Rin, because of the situation with Rin, people are still very uncertain about it. With Suji's, with Suji, yes sir. With Suji, once he didn't get the motive to leave, like try to find out a way to stumble off without causing any mental harm, because he doesn't. With that, he's not a big fan of causing trouble. Really, he doesn't like getting into these troubling situations. We found out he actually doesn't like these. Well, it was obvious from the first season he's not a big fan of troubling situations. He tried to get himself out of that situation without causing too much of a harm, or you could say choosing side or anything. And that's why it was when he noticed he should have done something like, but unfortunately, Rin didn't give him the chance to, so he ended up staying there anyway. With him when they're eating their lunch. No, if you guys didn't, after the chores they did, they got given lunch, and Bon was talking with his father and said, "I don't know, like Snake Sword lady girl, like it's been a while since I even read or watched Blue Exorcist, so I still can't fully remember people's names properly. I can't remember people's names properly. Sorry about that, everybody. But pretty much, they got lunch, and by mistake, the drink they got with the bento, it got misplaced, and they end up taking the alcohol and not the juice. Which, when Rin got drunk, they were so comedic. Well, at least they mentioned that that was alcohol, not juice, which the superiors end up getting, which is quite funny. Like, the kids end up getting the alcohol, and then, yeah, that was quite funny. So, seeing the characters getting drunk, and I'm actually glad that when Ren got drunk, it showed him that he's actually not as scary as what made Suji notice that. Like, that conversation, he was a bit nervous until when we got drunk again, he noticed that he's still acting the same person he was, and he is nothing to scare, and he starts to accept, why am I even trying to avoid you? It's more harder to avoid. He actually says it's more harder to avoid Rin than actually just let it casually happen, just let him talk casually like he usually does. So, it's quite funny, and I think he started to accept that, who fucking cares? He fucking cares he's the son of Satan. It doesn't affect him as a person, so I'm glad he starts to accept it. Like, of course you can tell he still has that tensing, but he started to accept. Now, we also found, so yeah, that was quite good to understand. So, like, my vague in answering and stuff, guys, like, everybody should know by now, I'm Asperger's autism. Like I said, I'm not very good with full-blown detail, but again, I like going into detail and blah, blah, blah. But overall, this episode, I do like it, even though there was no action, there was hardly any action, actually no action at all in this episode. I'm glad because it's got tons of dialogue. I really like my dialogue in my said anime series and manga and blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm glad they done it, and I'm glad they're finally adapting of the manga properly, that compared to like last season, and giving us maybe a proper ending, or maybe a possible third season. I don't know. We have to see, because I don't. Is the manga still going? I might be wrong about that. I think it's done. Might be wrong, but I need to double check that. But overall, this episode, animation quality, decent as usual when it comes to Blue X, and also don't forget, it's just mostly still frames in this episode. It was not any action or anything, so the animation doesn't really need to be at high quality, and I'm glad it didn't do that, because I do want to see my animation quality more in the fight scenes, of course, or very emotional dialogue scenes. I want to see the animation work in that more effectively. But getting to learn the backstory of Bond's family, and also seeing Rin trying to get his people to accept him better, and not to give a damn about him being the son of Satan. I'm glad about that, and give him good backstory to all the characters in this episode. So yeah, and that's all I've got to say. Anyway guys, that's my anime review to Blue Exorcist Season 2 Episode 2. Hope you guys like it. Comment, like, and subscribe. And if you guys want to send a fan mail, go in the description down below. My address there. And yeah, hope you guys like it. Comment, like, and subscribe. And hit the bell. And I see you guys later. Bye guys!